Hey BTP fans, Thomas here. Welcome back. We're doing a Batrep. We haven't done one in a while. We had some craziness. We did Adepticon, which was insane. You guys probably saw some video of us there. And then we had Valhalla, and so life has been crazy here at BTP. So anyhow, doing a Batrep. This is Matt. I'm sure you guys have met him in some videos. He's our terrain guy, and he's going to play against me. We're going to do 1,500 points. We're playing Dark Angels versus Orks. So let me tell you what I got in my army. We'll tell you what he's got in his army. We'll take a look at the board, and then we'll roll and see what we're playing. So 1,500 points. I brought Azrael. This, by the way, is the studio army. Unfortunately for you guys, it's already been sold. But you know, we're giving it a last hurrah real quick. Anyway, we got Azrael, a command squad of 5 with a banner of devastation in there, an apothecary, a librarian on bike with a displacer field. This camera, by the way, is not doing justice to this army by any means. A command squad of 3 guys there with the grenade launcher. A 6-man squad here, double melta with a sergeant has a power axe and melta bombs. Same thing over here again, repeated. And then we have a 6-man Terminator squad, Sergeant Thunderhammer Storm Shield, which I know somebody on the internet is going to tell me that's the latest FAQ has made it so you can't do that. It's okay, we just have it this way, we're going to play it this way for this game. An Assault Cannon and a Chain Fist, 6-man squad. A Rhino for the command squad, and then a Dark Shroud. That's 1,500 points. The way that I'm planning on playing the army, of course, is trying to utilize all the bikes that have the twin-linked bolters with the banner of devastation, and then the Terminators are kind of my heavy support aspect in case I need to fight somebody in close combat that's nasty. Yeah, so I'm just going to try and get in close and shoot up a lot. Well, I don't even have to get in that close, 24 inches. Get within 24 inches and just throw a lot of shots at him, and then if I have to get rid of some vehicles, I have the melta-guns. So that's my army. Let's take a look at what Matt. All right, Matt, what you got?
Okay, so I've got 3 battle wagons. They're bare bones. All they have is hard case because they've got the heavy tops.
Okay, so they don't have the death roll, or they come with a death roll, don't they?
This one has a death roll, but it doesn't have the upgrade. That's just how the model is.
The model is no actual death roller.
Yeah, these models do not have death rollers, even though they have them on there.
Okay.
I've got in them is going to be 3 20-man squads of Slugga Choppa Boys.
Slugga Choppa Boys.
Each one of them is led by a knob with a power claw and a boss pole.
Okay.
This one over here is also got a war boss. He's got an attack squid, cyborg upgrade, power claw, and heavy armor. So he's got the 4-up with the 5-up and vulnerable.
All right.
Over here we have another squad of Slugga Choppa Boys, led by a knob with a power claw. He's got a boss pole. I guess that whatever that backpack says is his boss pole. Okay. And then you've got a big mech here who has a custom force field generator. Okay. So the idea will be, to try and give myself, cover saves for the vehicles.
Yeah, it's what, a 6-inch bubble around him.
Yeah.
5-up cover save.
So pretty much you're going to have the convoy going across the board. Then I've got 2 15-man squads of just shooter boys. They just have a big shooter each. They don't have a knob. Okay. And then I've got 2 squads of Def Coptas, 1-4, 1-3, and they just have twin-linked rocket launchers on them. Okay, wonderful.
Cool, and this is the board we're playing on. This is one of the ones that was made specifically for our Valhalla this last time, made by our sometimes art director, or one-time art director, and sometimes co-worker Cameron. So get a good. If you got to see that, you probably got to see some video of that from Valhalla, and it's amazing. It's really fun to play on. So what we're going to do is we're going to count. If you have this is obviously like a hill here, kind of a hill looking effect. So if you're behind it 25%, you're going to get a 4-up because we're counting all this as kind of what it looks like. It's like a top of a ship, so it's going to be 4-up runes rather than like a 5-up. These little areas here, if you're behind them or going over them, they're difficult terrain, dangerous for a bike or a vehicle. We've got this one big tower here. We've got some other stuff here that has been moved around a little bit, but we're going to be kind of readjusting it after we deploy or whatnot. Any of these screens here, what we're going to call those is if you can see through them, you can see through them, you can shoot through them. They'll just give a 5 up cover save.
Sort of like force fields or something.
Yeah. And cool, that's what we're going to do. So let's roll some dice, see what we're playing. You want to do the honors there, Matt? Go ahead and roll to see what our objective is. It's the 4. I believe that's the scouring. That's the you get 6 objectives, and they have random values that you determine after or right before you attempt to seize the initiative. But it's 3 objectives that each player places. Okay. And also fast attack count as scoring, I believe.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. Is Dark Angel's Pike's fast attack?
No, they are not. This guy's fast attack, but these guys count as troops because of Azrael. So I have 3 troops because Azrael makes bikes and Terminator's troops.
So my Defcopters will be scoring then.
Cool.
All
right, and the deployment type is it's a cocked die of a 5 and another of a 6, a 4, which is the hammer and anvil.
Is that the one that
is the long table that you eat 24-inch deployment zone on one end of the table or the other.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and roll off to see who gets which table side, and then we'll place objectives and stuff. So 2 is what I got.
I got a 4.
Man, this camera is not. There we go. 2 and 4. Go right overhead there. All right. So which table edge do you want? This one here or that one there?
I believe that I'm going to take the. Are we counting these going over these as like difficult?
Yeah, difficult to go over them. So your vehicle would be
I'm going to
dangerous.
take that side.
You're going to take that side. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we're going to get the objectives going, we'll place them, and then we'll come back.
I want everyone that watches Batrep to know how difficult Thomas is. He's demanding. It's a little prima donna, actually. He's like, Sean, I need the equipment necessary to do the task that I have been assigned. And,
I could talk a long time about the experience I've had doing Batreps for you, Sean. And I still do them, I enjoy them, and
7 days later.
Yeah, but there are times, there are things.
Hey, earlier today I'm like, hey Tom,
if you come out to Valhalla, anybody who asks, I will sit down and talk to them about it.
Oh, what?
If they want to.
That's not a thing. Dishing dirt on Sean.
Sure.
That is not a thing.
Do it.
Okay, but I'm going to add an additional stricture. It can only happen in the hot tub.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Did I just say that?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, earlier I'm like, hey Thomas, looks like you got a little son, S-U-N, and he's like, yeah, isn't he cute?
It's 1 year.
He's like,
my son's 1 year old today. His
Yay.
birthday's today.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right. So anyway, away we go.
All right, so we placed some objectives. Obviously, we still have the armies here in the way, so it's going to be a little bit weird looking at it. But this was the table edge that I got because Matt chose the other one. So I placed one here, one there, and one there. He placed one there, one over there in the corner, and one up here on top of this. All of them over 6 inches from the table edge and over 12 inches from each other. Now we're going to roll for warlord traits and librarian powers. He doesn't have you don't have a librarian, right?
No, I don't have any.
All right, so I have a librarian. He's level 2, so now he's going to use divination. So here's my first power. It's a 1, and I don't know what that is right now. So I'm going to grab a rule book. All right, so a 1 is foreboding. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Foreboding is really good, and then I'm going to roll my second ability, which is also a 1, so I have to re-roll it. It's a 6. Ugh, hate Scryer's Gaze. We're going to drop Scryer's Gaze for Prescience. So my guy has Foreboding and Prescience. And then I get to choose, because I have Azrael. He's my warlord. He I believe, has to be. I could be wrong about that. I could maybe choose a librarian, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Azrael anyway. And the great part about Azrael is that he gets to pick his ability. So here's the book here, and obviously you can't read it because this camera is terrible. Keep saying to Sean on the stuff that he needs to, any comments that he needs to get better camera. Let's see here. I can do it. Hold at all costs. The Warlord and the Dark Angel unit is in. Get feel no pain within 3 inches of objectives. Meh. Brilliant planning. His reserve rolls one way or the other. That's totally useless to me right now. The Warlord and his unit have Furious Charge. I could do the Hunt, which is if he slays the enemy Warlord, he gets an extra objective. Or the Courage of the Lion is anyone within 12 of him gets to use his leadership his leadership for, or sorry, anyone with control of him gets to roll an additional die and discard the highest. So they get to make a leadership test on 3 dice instead of 2, which is actually really cool because it says leadership tests, which that means anything in morale or pinning or maybe even psychic tests. Anyone who can tell me differently, because I'm pretty sure this. I'm pretty sure this is the way I'm assuming it is. So I might actually run with that one, or I can do the Warlord, and you can roll 2d6 to run. Yeah, I'm going to do Courage of the Lion, because the Courage of the Lion I think will actually help the whole army, especially since Azrael, in the same range, gives allows him to use his leadership. So that's pretty cool, and I want most everyone to stay within 6 inches of that for the Banner of Devastation anyway. So that's the one I'm going to choose. And then Matt, will you figure out which one you're going to go for? Which tree you're going to roll on?
I think, and I'm just reading through them right now.
Okay, we'll give him a second. We'll figure that out.
Personal traits, my Warlord is the War Boss.
Okay.
Alright, so personal traits, and I got a 3. Master of Maneuver, your Warlord and the unit he joins during deployment have the Outflank special. So, that's a battle wagon and 20 boys that have Outflank.
So yeah, they could come on a table edge instead of... Yeah,
that
well,
could
a long
prove
table edge in this case because of the way the deployment zones are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we reached the point now where we need to roll to see... well, we actually roll for Night Fight first. So does Night Fight happen on turn 1? 2? No, it does not. We'll start rolling for that on turn 5. And now we roll to see who deploys first. That's whoever gets the first turn. I got a 4.
I got a 6.
There's my 4, and there's his 6. Cool. All right. Yeah. Again, sorry about this camera, guys. Kind of.
Okay. So if I
So, which do you prefer? You get to choose. You're going to go first or second.
And you get to deploy first if I...
If no, I deploy. If you go first, you deploy first.
Okay. I will go first.
Okay. So he's going to deploy first, and then we'll go from there. All right. So where did you deploy, Matt?
I deployed not shock attack. The Big Mech with the custom force field generator right here in this battle wagon.
Okay.
He's got the 15-man squad of shooter boys in there. I kind of had to rethink because of the outflank that I rolled, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out. But I attached the War Boss to one of the 20-man squads that was going to ride in the battle wagon. So they're going to outflank.
Okay.
I've got 2 of the 2 Def Copta squads are going to outflank as well.
All right.
And then I've got a 20-man squad of Slugga Choppas here and a 20-man squad of Slugga Choppas here.
Okay.
And then I've also got the shooter boys up here on this objective.
Shooter boys up there. All right. In response, I deployed like this, a little bit of a refuse flank, but I also realized. Now I'm gonna say this ahead of time. This is the second game of 6th edition Orks you've played?
And the first one was like when it first came out, and I haven't touched my Orks because Necrons came out, and I basically became a little... I switched to them because they'd sat on a shelf for like 3 years.
Right, so you've played very little 6th edition Orks.
Yep.
And not very much 6th edition in general.
No, it's been like 6 months since I've got a 6th edition game in.
Okay, so be kind to him for the mistakes he makes. It's okay. It's okay, internet guys. It's okay. But he 2 things that he did do that are going to help me out immensely is these guys don't have death rollers. No death rollers on these. And he put the ARD case on them, so they're no longer open top vehicles. Therefore, he can't charge out of them the turn that he gets out of them. So I can comfortably park myself wherever I want to. So I refuse flank with this. We have deployed now. I'm going to do a scout move that will put all my bikes and my speeder closer, because there's no reason not to. I lose nothing in doing so. All of them with the hard tops means that he gets to shoot the big shooter on top of from the vehicle, plus he has 2
shots on each side.
2 shots on each side and 1 shot in the back. So
how many guys can shoot out of a fire point?
Just one.
Just one?
Just one guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's he's limited himself, and then the outflanking too, he's limited himself that he's not going to be able to charge the turn he comes in, which is a good thing for me because orcs charge meanly. I have my Terminators in reserve. I'll do my scout move right now, and we'll see what these points are, and then I'll attempt to seize the initiative, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's my redeployment. So I've got my command squad with the librarian right here. I've got a 6-man squad right there, and a 6-man squad right there, and then the Dark Trap. Now with scout redeployment, what it does is you have to stay at least 12 inches away from your any enemy units. So as you can see, and I've knocked one of Mason's orcs down. As you can see, I'm over 12 inches away. So there's no way, there's no worry there. Now, if I were to seize the initiative right now, because I did that, I can't assault with these guys that did that. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you decide to do a scout move like that. You cannot assault if you do. Now, on the other hand, if I do this scout move like this, and he still goes first, which is a 5 and 6 chance, then yes, I can assault after that because it's only the first turn, not the first game turn. So only the first player, if they do scout moves like that, they're the only one, or infiltration, they're the only ones who suffer from that. But the player that goes second doesn't have that same thing happen. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to seize, then we're going to see what the numbers are on these things.
That's a 1.
It's very far opposite of a...
So that is a 1.
Very far opposite of what we wanted. All right. So this objective is 2.
What is the significance of
this objective is, this one's the 4 because it's unmarked. There's a 2 there.
And are they worth victory points?
Yeah, this is the number that they're worth at the end of the game. This one's the 1.
This is a 3.
There's a 3, and this is a 3.
Oh, okay. So that works out a little bit for me.
So at the end of the game, whichever those are controlled count for those victory points. Plus, we also have the secondary objectives. Okay,
First Blood.
First Blood, capture or slay the warlord, and linebreaker. All right, which is something that will be really good for you with your outflanking units.
Yes.
You know, and they could work out for you. You never know. I mean, I could come up and get bogged down and lose a bunch of stuff over here, and your outflanking guys could just come in and be like, "Oh, look at this free objective." All right, so you're first. Go ahead. Let's have you go move, and then we'll come back. All right, where'd you move?
All right, I moved this one up, and I kind of angled them so that they can get some single shots off the side here.
Okay.
I had him move up between here and kind of skid to the side to open up with all the big shooters and parachuters that he's got in there.
Okay.
And then this guy, I decided he's going to forego worrying about this. He's going to roll up here and try and grab these objectives and drop off guys to go to ground and hold stuff.
Great. All right, so where do you want to shoot?
I'm going to have the shooters up here fire over here.
So 2 of them popping out there?
Yep, one is a big shooter, one is a regular shooter.
Okay.
And then he's also got the big shooter mounted on the vehicle itself.
But of course you'll roll that separately because it's a separate unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, big shooters and...
Regular shooter.
Regular shooters.
Looking for 5s.
Looking for 5s.
One
5.
Hit. And
that's strength 5, AP 4.
A regular shooter is strength 5?
Yes.
Oh, that's the big shooter. Big shooter.
Yeah,
got
big
it.
shooter.
Okay,
Big
yeah.
shooter.
4 to hit. 4 to wound me then.
4 to wound you. And no.
No wounds. 3.
No
okay.
wound.
The big shooter on the tank.
Big shooter on the tank needs 5s. Nothing.
Okay. 4. Yeah. 2, 2, and a 4.
Yep.
All right. Next up.
And then we have
the other tank.
Yeah, other tank has a big shooter on it as well.
Okay. 1 hit.
That's a 6.
Needing a 4 to hit wound.
Nothing.
I rolled a 1. Okay.
Yeah. That's my dice rolling.
And the guys coming out the sides there, 2 sluggas.
2 sluggas, which are 12-inch range.
They got it.
They got it. Yep. So 2 single pistol shots.
1 hit.
1 hit.
And 5 to wound. Up is 5.
Ah, there's wound. It's always the most unlikely shots.
And I made my armor save.
All right.
Okay.
So that's my shooting phase.
All right. This guy, what's this guy doing?
That guy's going flat out.
Flat out. Okay. So he's
gonna
going to move up 6 inches. Anything else? Running or any other movement or anything?
Let me see here. No, I believe this is it.
So it'll be my turn 1. All right. So I just deep struck the Terminators at the beginning of my turn. They're within 6 inches of the command squad, which are, on bikes, so they get teleport homers, so they don't deviate. Now I'm going to go to my librarian, casting him some spells, and he's going to cast Prescience.
And what does that do?
It allows 1 unit to reroll to hit.
Okay.
He's going to cast Prescience on this. Why would I even do it? They're all twin linked already. He'll cast prescience on. You can't see them. They're not inside. They're inside the people. He's not going to cast anything. His 2 spells right now are. I mean, I could waste the spell, and there's always the chance that I will hurt myself with this psychic test. So I'm not going to even worry about it. So not even worry about spells right now. So we're just going to go to movement.